You are welcome to lesson 17, okay? This is lesson 17. I want you to go get a notebook, a biro, and your commas, okay? We are going to be working together. So in this lesson, we are going to estimate sums by rounding, and we also apply to solve measurement word problems. After this lesson, you should be able to say, I can estimate sums by rounding and apply to solve measurement word problems. I know you can. Okay, so we are going into our fluency. We are going to be counting in 3, forward and backward. So when you see a thumbs up, you have to count from 3 to 30, okay? When you see a thumbs down, you have to count backward. Quickly, are you ready? Let's go. Now count. Very good. And a thumbs down, count backward. Quickly. Good. Okay. That's a nice one. Okay. We are going to count 4. Count by 4, forward and backward. That is a thumbs up. Count now. Very good. So we are counting backward, okay? Now, a thumbs down, count. Very good. Yes. Now we are going to count by 6 forward and backward. Are you ready? Yes. That is a thumbs up. Count. Very good. I love that. A thumbs down. Count backward. Very nice. Okay, that is lovely. Okay, now we are going to count by 7s, forward and backward. Are you ready? A thumbs up, count. Very nice. A thumbs down, count backward. Very good. Okay, we are going to count in 8, forward and backward. Okay, a thumbs up, count. Excellent. And a thumbs down, count backward. Very good. Okay. We are going to count by 9s, forward and backward. Are you ready? If you are ready, say, I am ready. Okay. It's a thumbs up, count. Very good. Thumbs down, count backward. That is a very nice job. If you actually counted, roll it for yourself and say, I am a mathematician. Very good. Okay. Let's take a look at our sprints. Lesson 17, sprints. Okay. We are going to round up. We are going to what? We are going to round to the nearest 10. The first number there is what? 21. So 21 to the nearest 10 is what? Very good. 20. The next number we have there is what? Yes. So round it up to the nearest 10, you have what? Very good. we have 30. 31 to the nearest 10 is 30. Yes. Now look at the second part of the sprint. You have what number there? Okay, so rounding to the nearest 10, you have what? Very good. You have 80. So 79 to the nearest 10 is 80. Now look at this next number. What do you have there? Okay, now rounding to the nearest 10 is what? Very good. 90. So 89 to the nearest 10 is 90. So you have to complete your sprint, okay? Very easy. Sprint lesson 17, okay? Now let's take a look at application problem for this lesson. Are you ready? Now the doctor prescribed 175 milliliters of a medicine on Monday and 256 milliliters of medicine on Tuesday. Question A. Estimate how much medicine he prescribed in both days. And B. Precisely how much medicine did he prescribe in both days. Now let's start from A, okay? So we are asked to look for the estimates of how much medicine the doctor prescribed in both days, okay? That is addition, okay? Addition. We are adding the two prescriptions together. So we are going to round up to the nearest 10. What did I say? Okay, we are rounding to the nearest 10. So the first number we have there is what? Good, 175. So 175 to the nearest 10 is what? Yes, 180. Very good. And 256 to the nearest 10 is what? Yes, 260. So add for me now quickly on your notebook there. 180 plus 260. Quickly. Very good. Okay. So we have 180 plus 260. Your answer is what? Shout it out. Very good. 440. If you got that right, just give yourself a sound clap. Very good. So now B, we are looking for the exact amount, okay? The exact amount. So quickly on your notebook, add for me 175 plus 256. Quickly. Yes, okay? Now we have 175 plus 256. Are you done with your solving? Okay. The answer is what? Very good. 431 milliliters. 431 milliliters. Okay. The estimate to the nearest 10 is 440 milliliters. Why the exact amount is 431 milliliters. Thank you. Okay, we are going to estimate the sum by rounding to the nearest 100. Okay, we are going to round up to the nearest 100. Now the first number is 362. Now to the nearest 100 is what? Good, 400. I love that. Now 159 to the nearest 100 is what? 200. That's nice. So we have 400 plus 200, okay? Now, 400 plus 200 is what? Very easy. Our answer is 600, okay? So, finding this sum to the nearest 100 is 600, okay? Now, let's go. So, we are going to round up this to the nearest 10, okay? The same number, we are rounding it up to the nearest 10. Are you ready? So 362 to the nearest 10 is what? Yeah, 360 because 2 is not up to 5. I love that. So we have 360 to the nearest 10. Now 159 to the nearest 10 is what? Correct, 160. Why? Because 9 is up to 5, okay? And even above. So 5 will become 6. So we have 160. So we are adding 360 now plus 160. Quickly add it up for me in your book. 360 plus 160. Very good. The answer is what? Correct. 0 plus 0 is 0, okay? 6 plus 6 is what? 12. We pull down 2 and carry 1, okay? So 3 plus 1 is what? 4. Plus the 1 you carry is 5. So our answer is 520. Good. Now, quickly look at your screen. Is there any other way to round up these numbers? Is there any other way? No. Yes. I can't round it any other way. So you can either round it up to the nearest 10 or to the nearest what? 100. Okay. Now find the actual sum. Before you do, which estimate do you think will be closest to the actual sum? Okay, now we are going to find, before we know the estimate that will be closer, okay, we are going to find the sum of the actual sum of these numbers, okay? So we rounded it up to the nearest 10, we rounded it up to the nearest 100. Which do you think is closer to the actual sum? Okay, yes, we'll find out after finding the actual sum. Okay, so now quickly write for me 362 plus 159. Quickly find the sum. Quickly. Okay, now we are going to work it out together. Okay, now 2 plus 9 is what? 11. Pull down 1, carry 1, okay? 6 plus 5 is what? Yes, 11 plus the 1 you carry, 12. Pull down 2, carry 1, okay? 3 plus 1 is 4 plus the 1 you took to give you 5. So which estimate do you think will be closer to the actual sum? So when we rounded up to the nearest 10, we got what? 520. And when we rounded up to the nearest 100, we got 600. Okay? Which estimate do you think is closer? Which is closer? Is it 520 or 600? Good, 520. So the estimate that is closest to the actual sum is what? Yeah, rounding to the nearest 10. Okay? Rounding the number to the nearest 10 is the closest to the actual sum. Okay, thank you. Now I give you, it will take just 90 seconds to find the sum of these expressions. So now quickly find the sum of A, 349 plus 145. Quickly. Yes. Your answer is what? Very good. 494. Okay, let's go to B. Write them out quickly. Find the sum for me. Quickly. Okay, your answer is what? 352 plus 4 plus 145 is what? Correct. 497. Lovely. Now let's go to C. Quickly, Solve it out for me quickly. Okay. 352 plus 151. Your answer is what? Good. 503. Now, what do you notice about this song? What do you notice about it? Yes. When you round them up to the nearest 10, they will all give you what? 500. Fantastic. 494 to the nearest 10 is what? Yes. Okay. Very correct. When you round it to the nearest 100, they will all give you what? 500. So 494 to the nearest 100, 500. 497 to the nearest 100, 500. 503 to the nearest 100, 500. Thank you. Now, let's round these to the nearest 100 now. Let's round it to the nearest 100. So, 349 plus 145. So 349 to the nearest 100 is 300. And 145 to the nearest 100 is 100. So 300 plus 100 will give you 400. Okay. Now 552 to the nearest 100 is what? 400. And 145 is what? 100. Okay, 400 plus 100 will give you 500. Now, 352 to the nearest 100 is 400. And 151 to the nearest 100 is 200. So, 400 plus 200 will give you what? Yes, 600. Now, what do you notice about this song? Okay. In the first one, when you round up the sum after adding up, okay? After adding up the actual numbers and you round it to the nearest 100, we got what? 500 each, okay? Now, before rounding up, before adding the sum, when you round up each number, you get a different answer, okay? So, the first one is 400, second is 500, and the third is 600. But when you round up the sum, it will all give you 500. Okay, that is the difference. Okay. How should we round to get the closest answer? Can you tell me? Yes, how should we round to get the closest answer? Should we round to the nearest 10 or to the nearest 100 to get the closest answer? Okay, round to the nearest 10. Okay, when you want to get the closest answer to your actual sum, you round up to the nearest 10. Thank you. See you in the next class.